Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, thanks. So tomorrow is exam, right? Tomorrow is OPPE exam. I hope all of you are prepared. Okay, so this session just going to discuss over like if any doubts you have in general if you have any doubts, we could discuss this session. So there is no specific. I mean, there's a specific agenda as such for the session. So if you have any doubts, we could discuss. Okay, no doubts at all.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, yeah.
Sir, if at all we have any doubts in the questions, will anybody be able to clarify it?
Uh, no, like the proctor may not be. Let's say he might not be knowing about the Python, right? So he might not be able to help you. But then if you think that there's a problem, I mean, there's something wrong with the question, right? You could raise it later on. Okay, you could raise it
Sir,
later on the exam is done.
Sir, I'm not telling about the wrongness of the question or the correctness of the understanding which I'm talking. Like some questions are really, what to say, it's hard to understand. Like the one which was given in the rod or some, like the mock sixth sum.
Okay.
But I couldn't get the meaning of it until the professor explained to us on that day.
Okay.
Is something like that. If we are to encounter, how do we actually solve the problem?
So, like, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there will be no one else to help you, and the only thing that might be able to help you is this test cases. Okay, so if you're not able to understand
Sir, with the test cases, I tried to solve it, but it came out that 0 out of the 4 cases have been solved. Then only after I asked him, he told me the principle behind it. Then we were able to solve it. At least I was able to solve it.
Okay.
So in that sort of questions only is actually I'm afraid of.
Like the thing is, you're not able to pass any of the. You're able to pass all the public
Sir,
cases, but not private.
after he explained, yes, I was able to do it. Before he explained, I was just trying to understand the test cases and do it, and it turned out that I was having only 0 out of the 4 cases, private cases passed.
Sir, can you explain again, sir?
This problem?
Yes.
Okay, so if you look at it, they need us to find the optimal cut. Okay, and that accepts a length of fraud. Okay, on the price distribution as arguments, you are allowed to make at most one cut. At most, okay. It's not necessary for you to make one cut, but then you are allowed to make at most one cut. Yeah.
Sir, in this question, I am able to pass 3 out of 4 private test cases. And can you help me where I went wrong?
Yeah, I'll help you. Okay.
Sir, syllabus is up to week 7.
Yes. Syllabus is
And
up to
how many questions will be there?
There are going to be 4 questions.
Within the 1.5 hours, we need to solve 4 questions.
Yes.
And
Sir,
one more.
What is the difficulty level, sir?
Yeah. Sir, on a scale of 5, what will be the difficulty level? Yes, my question also.
I see the difficulty level. It's subjective, right? Like it's for some it appears kind of like difficult, and for others.
No, sir. You tell about the like how.
Sir, you tell the average.
Or in the
the average you could expect it kind of like the difficulty will be more or less of this kind of questions. You could say it won't be too much difficult, but then so yes, it's going to be similar to this mock. Okay.
And one more thing, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes,
I'm clarifying about the system that already I have passed the demo test. The system will be exactly like this now. we join in through phone and as well as in the laptop, and we run the CI app, and after that we just attend the exam.
Yes, yes, exactly.
The same process.
Yeah, the same process. So, like, you need to be showing around your room.
But one confusion, sir. Suppose I join in the Google Meet through my smartphone and it is in stand, and after that I again join in Google Meet in my laptop, and after that I should enter into the portal, and then the Gmeet screen will not appear in the laptop. We should
That is
enter into the portal, and we should attend the program.
no. The thing is, you could just like join from the laptop, and then you could go ahead and open the portal. Okay?
Okay, so many noise.
Yeah. So the thing is, okay, let me mute others. So what's gonna happen is join from both mobile as well as laptop. Okay, join from both mobile as well as laptop, and once they have provided, like once they have provided you the link, right, you just open it, and then after that you need not go back to the Google Meet tab. Okay, you can that will be there in the other tab. Okay, you need not worry about it. Okay, you could
No,
just
no, my confusion is first I join in Google Meet in laptop and smartphone, and after that I enter into the portal.
yes.
And in the mock test portion, we will find the link. Where I should find the link for the exam?
The link for the exam will be shared by the proctor. Okay, the link for the exam will be shared by the proctor. You need not worry about it. Okay.
So when will it be shared, sir?
I cannot understand.
Like
Sir, we don't have to join.
What?
Sir, I contacted support and they said that we don't have to join Google Meet through laptop, only through a
Yeah,
smartphone.
that's not mandatory. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So one more doubt I have, so like when pop-ups are coming, when I'm trying to close that pop-up without moving out of the browser, also the counter says like you have gone out of the browser 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. Does that have any effect on the marking system?
Yeah, that could be. So, like, why are you getting these pop-ups?
So maybe some messages are coming like from some apps in the which is running in the behind.
So yeah, what you should be doing is you close all the unnecessary applications. Okay, at least during the exam is going on. Okay, so that you don't have any other pop-ups opening. But
So
then
actually, I'm afraid because if I close any of the applications, it should not affect my examination or the browser which I'm working on. That's the reason why I'm not too sure which app is necessary for me to work on this and which app is not necessary, right?
You
See,
can
there are
turn
too
on
many
focus mode.
tasks which is going on.
okay, like how do you get these pop-ups? Like you get a notifications, right, at the bottom of the screen,
Yes.
right? Yeah. You need not worry about it. So you just let it be. Okay, or else you can just turn off notifications.
You
Sir,
can turn on focus
Yeah,
mode on
you
Windows.
can turn off notifications.
yeah, focus mode will work.
Where we have to do that?
On the right side notification bar.
Oh,
The
in the
notification,
taskbar.
yeah.
So are you using laptop?
Yes, sir.
So you could be finding it here.
Where?
Focus assist, I guess. It should be it. Or else here
Where
you have
where
it,
you
right?
want to?
What?
Oh, notifications. Okay.
Yeah. So here you could be doing this focus priority one. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Or even here, right? You could do this thing. There is this settings. Okay. Turn off all notifications for Google Form. Go to notification settings, right? You could go here.
Oh,
Okay. On this, you could turn off these notifications. Okay.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So link will be circulated through mail.
No, it will be it won't be circulated through mail. Okay, like it might be circulated through mail also, but then Proctor also will be giving you the link. Okay, Proctor also will be giving you the link.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. There's too much background noise.
What? Can you repeat?
So there is
Yes,
some
yes,
background
sir, please.
noise, but now it is clear.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir,
from.
please.
Yeah,
Please,
so
please show us where we find the link. I'm totally confused.
see
Sir, we have to join in the same way that we done for that test.
Yeah.
It is circulated in the mail. I joined through that Google Meet.
So
In
can
my-
you just explain the procedure once, sir? Like, so all of the doubts will be cleared regarding the
I think that would
procedure.
be
Like
better.
we have to launch Sia app and join with the Google Meet
No.
with the phone.
do not launch the C app now itself. Okay, what I would say is first join the Gmeet. Okay, join the Gmeet from the mobile. Okay, from the mobile, and then talk to the proctor. First, there is going to be this verification, right? You need to be showing your ID, and then you need to be showing around the room, right? First, let that be done. Ask
Proctor means what? You were saying about Proctor.
Yeah,
Exam.
proctor.
I think he
Proctor,
meet
yeah.
any bot.
No, it's not going to be a bot. It's going to be a person. Okay, there is going to be a person assigned like for 10 people or like 15 people. Okay, so you whatever Google Meet link you got, right, for that.
Sir, we have to show the ID also, sir.
Yeah, you need to be showing the ID also.
So which ID this Aadhaar card?
What? Yeah, it's your ID card. It's your ID or ID card.
So ID card through screen sharing or need to print out the paper?
Anyway, works out fine. Okay, so all you need to do is just show it. Okay, even if you could show soft copy or printing a paper.
Soft copy is there. Soft copy is there for IITM ID card.
Yeah, that will work fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So on the laptop we have to show, or on the mobile, sir?
Can I repeat?
Mobile.
On the laptop we have to show that ID, or in the mobile, sir?
See, the thing is, you're going to join the Google Meet from mobile, right? So you'll be able to show from mobile. Okay.
Sir, same mobile, how we will show it, sir?
You just need to show the back camera and then like show around the room, right?
Sir, no, sir. Mobile, we have taken.
Will be available in Gmeet.
Can you repeat?
I don't think the back camera will be available in
one thing, sir. Hello.
See, one thing. Okay, let me tell you what's supposed to be happening. Okay, let me just tell out the entire question and then like ask it out.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is that either you would have got the Gmeet link, right? Have you got the Gmeet link for tomorrow's session? Tomorrow's exam?
Yes, sir. It is in the calendar, sir.
Right. Okay. It is in the calendar, right? So you open it. Okay, you open it from your mobile. Okay, from your mobile, and then place it on the stand. Place it on a stand such that both you as well as laptop both should be like clear. Okay, that is the first step. Okay, that is the first step. After that, once you join, Proctor will be there. You could join like 45 minutes or like even 1 hour before, if that is okay. Like, so you could just ask them like, should I be verifying my ID? Just ask Proctor. Okay, verify your ID, show around the room. Okay, Proctor might ask you to show around the room. Once that is done, you ask the Proctor like, what should I be doing next? Okay, so Proctor will be like, Proctor will be telling you what should be done. Like either they might ask you to open the exam link that might be shared through mail, or like they might ask you to join. They'll be sharing the exam link somehow. Okay, so you can just ask.
Okay, you mean that they will properly guide us?
Yeah, they'll be completely guiding you. Okay, so you need not worry about that part, and then run the C app once. You can even ask the Proctor like when you need to run the C app. Okay, it's not like you need to run the C app like directly. Okay, so just before the exam or like 15 minutes before the exam, if you run the C app, that works fine. Okay, but make sure that once the exam starts, you won't be able to like. You should not be switching tabs. If you switch tabs, it's going to be recorded as a warning, and then that instance and the time of you switch, right, that too will be noted. Okay, so make sure of that. Make sure that you don't switch tabs. Okay. Yeah.
I have one
That's
doubt. If
yes.
phone rings in between, if some call comes or video call comes, what will happen?
You need to be.
So in that condition, we
It's
have to mute
unavoidable. We
ourselves.
cannot. It's unavoidable. We cannot intimate everyone, right, to not make a call.
Yeah,
Then
we
we
can
can
put the
just
phone
cut
in
the call.
airplane mode.
Put on
That's what-
It is
airplane mode.
for
If
that we
if
If you're using Wi-Fi, you can put on airplane mode.
yeah, if you're
Yes.
using Wi-Fi, you could put on airplane mode. For the WhatsApp calls and others, right? You could just put it on mute so that you don't accept it. Okay, and then
So we can put it on DND mode, do not disturb.
Yeah. DND mode.
yes.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
My slot is 8 to 9:30. So when I need to join, before half an hour or before 1
Like
hour?
you could join from 7:30 or 7:15. 7:15 you can join. Okay.
Sir,
45 minutes or half an hour.
in calendar it is showing 7:30, sir, for 8
Yeah,
o'clock group.
yeah. So you could join from 7:30, and even if you are joined before, then that'll be okay. Okay, if the proctor is there, he'll help you. Okay, you could complete the process quickly and then like be ready. Okay. So the main thing that you need to be taking care is running the C app. Okay, make sure that C app is installed, and make sure that you have proper internet connection, and you should not be switching tabs. That part is like really important. And then you should not be leaving the Gmeet from mobile. Okay, you should not be leaving the Gmeet. And if at all you leave the Gmeet, right? What if there is no stand? Then you should be somehow setting up stand by yourself. Okay, so through some books or like through something. Okay, I mean the main idea of using stand is that you as well as your laptop both should be clearly visible. Okay, if you're somehow able to achieve that part, then that's good enough. Okay. So yeah, the important thing is that let me just complete. So the important thing is that you should be in the Gmeet throughout. Okay, you should be in the Gmeet from mobile throughout, and then you should not be switching away tabs, and then CI should be running. Okay, while the exam is happening. That's really important. Okay. If you are not follow these steps, then your exam might be like invalidated. Okay. Your exam score might not even be considered. Okay, so
Sir, how we will know that we're done everything is right, everything correctly?
If something is going wrong, then proctor will invalidate you. Okay. Okay, and then you can even ask proctor like, am I doing everything correctly, or like is everything all right? Okay.
So
Okay.
there is a chat box in the
Yes.
right side, right, sir?
Yeah. So if you have any doubts, if you want to contact the proctor regarding anything, okay, you just use that. Okay, you just use that. Do not use the Gmeet chat box. Okay, or you do not go to your mobile. Okay, once the exam starts. Okay, so go to.
Are we allowed to use pen and paper?
Yeah, you are allowed to use pen and paper.
So the chat box window will be inside the.
No, it will be in the
exam.
It will be in the exam window itself.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
Suppose let's say this is your exam portal, right? At the bottom here, right? Here you'll be having this chat box. Okay. Like something like chat button, that symbol will be there. If you click on it, that message and all will be there. Okay. If proctor wants to send out some announcement, or if you want to say something to you, then he'll send out a message in the chat box. Okay. Some important announcements regarding exam or anything, right? You could ask. Okay.
Sir, in the system compatibility test, I used back camera of the phone, and sir, but for ensuring that Gmeet is always connected, I will have to use the front camera so that I can see.
Yeah, you can use the front camera. So the reason why I say back camera is that while if you want to show around the room, right, you can just
Yeah.
switch it to back camera. Okay, but then once showing around the room is done, you can just place it as like front camera and show it. Okay.
So, what is
So,
going to be the website link for the exam? Like, is it on exam.net?
It'll be given to you. Okay, not worry about that part. It will be shared with you.
All right.
Okay.
Sir, there will be one window where we'll be giving exam, another will be Gmeet in laptop, so we can switch in between, right?
No. You should not be switching in between. That is the reason why we have the chat box within the portal itself. Okay.
Okay, so when we will be giving exam, there will be a chat box, right? Just right next to our questions. So my question is, so right now, just like this mock test we will be giving, so how we will get to know about the announcement? Which proctor will do? Which proctor will do?
The proctor, whenever he sends the announcement, I think you'll be getting some notification or like some pop-up will be there. Okay, within that same thing, you could just click on it. Okay.
Okay, even we cannot switch between the laptops, Gmeet, and our exam page.
You should not be switching. You should not be switching between anything. Like suppose if you could see here, right? Like let me share the entire screen. Okay, here I have this. Suppose this is my exam portal. Okay.
Yes.
This is my exam portal. I cannot go to Zoom. I cannot go to this tab also. If I go and come back again, it's going to
will count.
Yeah, it's going to count. It will show a warning and then it will count the time, the duration in which you have gone. Okay, and then you can't even open this other tabs. Like you can't open this. Okay.
I understand that. The only thing was I was confused with the Gmeet. If I can go to Gmeet because that's the same thing, right?
You should not. Okay.
So, sir, by mistake, if something has happened and immediately we have just switched back, like even fraction of second, it will count. So, what is that, sir? What shall we do for that? Like, just in case I'm telling.
You click back. This one. This you're talking about?
No, sir, not click back, sir. Not click back, sir.
Okay.
Just in case we switch the tab by mistake, some error. Yeah, and within a fraction, without seeing anything or some, you can just see or record or something that it has by mistake, whether it is genuine by mistake or what. Is there any? I'm just asking.
Yeah. So that further there'll be some exemption will be there. Okay, but please avoid it. Okay, because the number of cases of like exemptions are like very less. Okay.
So,
sir, how many questions?
It will be 4, I guess, 4 to 6.
It's going to be
but
4 questions.
Yeah, so one thing I want to ask, like, is it possible that we can?
What's a 4 question?
Yeah,
it will be 4 to 6. So what I want to ask, like, do we have to join Gmeet through mobile and or a laptop? Like both we have to join through like Gmeet.
You definitely need to join from mobile. I'm not entirely sure that you're required to join from laptop because that's not required. See, I will take the screenshot of like what's happening with the laptop. So you need to join from the Gmeet of the laptop. Okay.
Okay.
So sir, we
don't need to join through.
Confirm that with the proctor tomorrow. Okay, confirm that with the proctor tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
How many questions will be there? We have to log in through
mobile. It will be 4 to 6 questions there.
No, it's going to be only 4 questions, not 4 to 6. 4 questions per person. Okay? Suppose let's say if you're not able to see 4 questions, right? That means you need to refresh it. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, if I
sir, refreshing will not be counted, no, sir?
Like,
hello?
Yeah.
No, because we are still in the same tab.
Refreshing, yeah. It will not be counted.
So each question is of equal marks.
Each question, no. It's going to be of equal marks, yes.
Hello,
Sir,
sir.
all the
Sir,
questions
how
will
much
be
time?
like a difficulty level is
Like,
same or different?
yeah.
All the questions difficulty level, it's going to be slightly different. You
Hello,
can't
sir.
same difficulty level for all questions. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, if I don't join in a laptop through Google Meet, then how will I confirm that my video are okay in the mobile phone?
Like see, you could if you want to join, you could join like initially before the exam starts, and like
Oh,
just
what
before you
I
start the
can do.
exam, you could just move out, okay? But what's
And
the proctor will be like he'll be conveying the entire information through Gmeet of mobile. Like you could just hear him, okay? You could just hear him, and that will be good enough. Okay.
that means our job is first we join in the Google Meet. After that, proctor will guide us. How can we enter into the exam link?
Yes. So you need to join from your mobile. Okay. You need to show around the room. All right. And then show your ID, get your ID verified. That's going to be good enough. Okay. And then the next process, proctor will be telling you. You need to run the C app. That part is like important.
Sir, proctor will guide us through voice or chatting.
It's going to be through voice.
Okay.
Okay. Mostly voice.
Sir, do we have to make any adjustment in the room?
What can you repeat?
You've said na, the proctor will scan the house, means the room. So
Yeah, he will
do we
ask
have to
you
do
to
any
show around
adjustment
the
if he
house.
asks?
Yeah, he will ask you to show around the house. Yes.
So last time when we were giving this mock test, not mock test, system compatibility test, then we were also running Gmeet in our laptop. And so this time we don't have to run Gmeet.
Yes, sir. Yes, last time also. So there is a confusion on there. Should we log in from laptop and mobile?
You could just if you want you could log in from log in from laptop also, okay, and then you could just confirm that with the proctor that do I need to be joining from laptop or not, okay? That is totally okay. Okay.
Sir, what is the full form of OPPE?
How does it matter? Online proctored program examination.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Also,
Anyway, it doesn't matter, right? All you need to think about is that there is exam named OPPE. Right.
so we have received the email for the slot which we are allotted, but there is it is not showing in our Google Calendar. So we need to join from the mail link because it's not yet appearing in our Google Calendar.
Okay, then you could just join the mailing. That is okay.
There is a
All that
link
matters is you need to have a link.
mail. From there you can refer for the exam link.
Roll your calendar. It will be shown in the next week Sunday. Okay.
Okay.
I think they have shared in the mail also. You can check it in the mail
I
also.
just joined late. Could you just repeat the steps how to join? I mean, where to start? About the SEA app specifically, how do we log in into that?
Okay, so all you need to be doing is first thing, you just need to join from get your laptop ready, open your laptop and get it ready, and then join from your mobile. Okay, and then ask the proctor like even proctor will be like coming to each person and then asking him to show the ID and then like show around the room. Okay, once that is done, you could ask the proctor like when do you want me to start C app? Okay, because the C app is important just before the exam begins, right? Up until that point, we do not require SIA, okay? But you could still ask the proctor like when you should be starting the C app, okay? And you should be starting the C app, and then once the exam link is given and once the exam starts, please do not switch away like to other tab also, okay? Like
Yeah,
for
that
example.
part I heard. And one more question about the Gmeet that will be switching on the mobile phone that will be recording our screen, because just in case if the phone rings in between and it will stop for a while, and you are saying we should not turn around to the camera or anything. So how should we address that just in case if
Okay.
there is something?
So if you get a let's say if you're using Wi-Fi, then you can just put it in the airplane mode. Okay, that way good enough. Okay, and then
Gmeet will not work. Gmeet, how will it work without a Wi-Fi? Will it?
I mean, aeroplane. You can put it on airplane mode, but then still you can still switch on Wi-Fi again. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So switch on Wi-Fi, and then like if you're using your mobile data, then what you could do is, if you have two SIMs, then switch off the other SIM, which which does not have mobile data. Okay. So that if you get the call for other number, you'll not lose the network. Okay. Required clear.
Okay.
So, and then put it in the DND mode. Okay, so that all these calls, phone calls which you get, it will not be disturbing. Okay. So suppose, for example, like if you got disconnected on like for like any reason, okay, please mention it to the proctor. Please tell the proctor, please join again. Please try to join like within like 2-3 minutes. Okay, and these things, right? Even though it doesn't matter how genuine it is, it will be noted by the proctor that you have. I mean, your video is off, and then like you left the Gmeet for 3 minutes. But then inform the proctor what happened. Okay, clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, one last thing I want to ask. Like
What
how
if
much
we have
is it?
internet disturbance?
How much times we can submit a code? Like
You
can
submit
we?
like so many times, right? There's no limit on like number of submissions.
We can
But
submit. Press the submit button. Is it?
yeah, you can press the submit button as many times as you want. Okay.
Okay. Or sir, what about the test
But last
cases?
submission will be considered. Okay.
Test cases about.
Yeah, last submission will be considered for grading.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I
Yeah,
think
Thank
there
you,
will
sir.
can we
be
use in external terminal to type our
Can you
code?
repeat? Can you
No,
repeat?
terminal
Terminal.
to type our code, or they will provide like we do in PPA.
Yeah, it's going to be exactly like you do in PPA. You just need to do the coding here. You can't go to terminal. You can't go to any other application, or you can't even switch tabs within Chrome itself. Okay.
sir, how many test cases will be there to satisfy our code?
It's going to be similar like 5 test cases.
So will test run be available?
Yeah, test run will be available.
Yes, sir. What about the submit? While we submit our code and we get the marks. How about that?
What's going to happen is when you submit it, right?
Yeah.
Then and there itself, you'll come to know how many of the private test cases passed. So you can get to know that how many marks you'll be getting. Okay.
So can we enter
Sorry, sir.
custom inputs and check?
Will you please repeat? Because of this, someone's background noise, I didn't able to hear you properly.
So what's going to happen is you're going to have four questions, right? Suppose let's say you are able to pass all the private test cases of all 4 questions. Okay, that means you got full marks. You're done. Okay.
Sorry.
Suppose
If all test case pass, then you got full marks.
Yeah. Okay. And then provided that you followed all the rules that was mentioned. Okay, that CAP is always running, and then like your Gmeet is good. Okay, and then like your ID is verified. Okay. If there are like no other problems, then you got 100 marks. Okay, you got full marks basically. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can I submit like GRPA1 more than one time? If I correct and again submit, then I can do it.
Yes. But then last submission
I think proctor will be confirmed as that all the system compatibility are okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Sir, can we check our errors in the code on this terminal, the given terminal?
Actually, you could do like when you try to run it, right? It'll be throwing out the error. Like for example, let's say I run this code. Okay, it has printed something like okay. I did not throw out anything.
I was saying like any external terminal where we see where the what is our error.
You can't use any external terminal. You can't switch tabs. That's what I was trying to say. You can't go to any other external terminal. You should just be there within this tab itself. Okay. Only this website, only this application, no other thing. Okay.
Sir, can we test again custom inputs? Is there another window that will be available, like small box,
Yeah,
text box?
you could take the custom inputs by doing this. Like let's say print. Okay, like I'm doing this. It won't pass test cases, but then you'll be able to do the custom run. Okay.
Okay. And one more question,
Basically,
like
you pass the input by yourself. Okay, you pass this list or something. Whatever they said, right? You pass that by yourself. Okay. Yeah.
So one question. So how many are we expecting from two-dimensional matrix?
You could expect 1 to 2 questions.
Okay. And one last thing. So actually, Wi-Fi actually stops working as soon as there is a power goes, okay, and the inverter shoots in. So if there is a 1 second gap in that, what should be my next immediate step? Like, will I be penalized for that?
Yeah, as I told, right, like if it has been very minimal, and then like if the number of such questions are like very less, like 1 or 2, then that's kind of like permissible. Okay. But then you still need to be informing the proctor what has happened. Okay.
Yeah.
It's always better not to have like any of these instances. Okay.
Sir, can I say something?
So,
Sir,
I
something
was
similar
saying,
to this only. If the Wi-Fi stops working for some reason, not just because of power off, and you want to switch to your mobile data, then it's possible that the mobile that you're using for the Gmeet is the one you're going to use the mobile data for. So I suppose we can at least, use that mobile to turn on your mobile data, and likewise to connect your laptop to that mobile data, you would have to switch tabs. So what happens in such a case?
Like for the laptop, you need not switch tabs, right? You are talking about only the mobile, right? Because
No, but how would we? How would the
Okay,
laptop connect
you're
to the
talking about-
mobile data from the
okay,
Wi-Fi?
okay, you're talking about the Wi-Fi connection for laptop.
For
Yeah,
some
okay.
reason, the Wi-Fi just dies out, and then you want to connect to your mobile data, so you will have to switch tabs to connect your laptop to that.
Yeah. So what you could do is before you do that, you could just inform proctor that this is what happened, okay, and then like I'm doing this. Okay.
Okay.
But the problem is, since you don't have any data, how would you inform the proctor?
Yes,
Don't have any
that's the
data.
reason.
Mobile
Like if
data.
we only have Wi-Fi and we can't connect, change
I guess
that.
you are connected through Gmeet from your mobile, so you can ask
Yeah, but both are
directly.
connected via Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Hey, let me tell you this. Okay, if you're having Wi-Fi, always have a extra backup, like recharging mobile with some mobile data. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Like minimum of like 3 GB, 2 GB. Okay. 3 GB extra backup thing, so that in case even if you lose power, right, your Gmeet will still run because the mobile data will automatically kick in. Okay. Keep your mobile data on and then like Wi-Fi on, so that even if your Wi-Fi is on, this mobile data will help you to continue being there in the Gmeet. Okay. And then like once you lose the network in the laptop, okay, since your Gmeet is still on because of the mobile data, you could just tell to the proctor that I lost this connection because of the power issue. Okay. And then I will use my mobile to switch on my mobile hotspot and then connect that hotspot to my laptop. Okay. Clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
We are 40 minutes in the session, and I was asking, can we practice some matrix-based question which you think it's important for us, because
Yes,
I
sir.
am having some problems in matrix-based questions. So can we quick revise it, or can we do some activity based on the matrix question? Can we leave the technical things for the end of the session?
Like, sir, as I
Sir,
want
I
to
have
ask,
just
like, is this session is all about the OPP, like discussing about the all the problems, and or we are revising something here?
We are not going to revise exactly like we could revise. Okay. We could revise, but then I won't be able to. I won't be like going through the concept over and over again. Like, It's like if you have some doubts or like some specific
Yes.
doubts,
Can we please go through
that
to
will be
demonstrate matrix?
Yeah.
Yes, for a particular like matrices, we can say.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
ask
Yeah. We'll
OPPE
discuss that.
related one last doubt? Can I ask only one doubt?
Yes. Yes.
SIA stops running in between. How do I came to know during the exam?
Okay. Why will
Like-
CS stop running in between?
Proctor
I
will
don't know.
inform
It's a
you.
software. It's a software. If it stops running in between, how do I know?
By
That's
switching
what.
tabs.
Proctor will inform you, right?
No. Proctor will not be knowing.
We'll have to switch tabs to see that.
I don't know. Earlier, I didn't
Like-
use any SIA like that. So this is the first time for me. So my doubt, any software can stop
And
it.
for
any
you,
time.
ma'am,
If
for
you have
all of
power
us,
and
we are
everything,
using
right.
CIF for the first time.
See, if there is a problem with the CAP, then that will be considered. Okay. If there is a problem with the CAP, then that is okay. But then the problem is only with you, right? Only with your case. Then that might not be allowed. Okay.
But we are not able to know whether CA is running or not, right? That is the main doubt for me.
Only thing is that we only have to on and continue our work. We don't have to worry about that CA is working or not. Exactly.
Yeah, like once you open it, it will just display a message, right? That screenshot is taken.
That's
And then
I know.
If that is like keeps on like updating, then you'll be knowing that it is running.
Okay.
Can I record the screen parallelly during the exam? Can I record the screen also? Is it possible?
Local recording.
So you could do that. You could do that. Yes. So let's say like if CR is not working properly, then you could do the screen recording.
This exam website allows us to record.
Yes. It allows.
Yeah. Actually, it does. Okay. So if you feel that CI is not working properly in your laptop, right? Then you could do the screen
Because
recording.
during the trial, during the SCT trial also, first time my CA was running,
Sir.
but mine was failed.
Actually, sir, it's given in the like instructions also that if CF app is not working, then in parallel we can record.
No, Sapna, it's not. I'm not saying it's not working. If it stopped working in between, I wouldn't know.
Yes,
That's
but
what I mean.
if you have any doubt like it will stop during your exam, then you can parallelly on your screen recording.
Let him tell.
Sir,
Sapna,
let
let
us
him
discuss
tell.
question 6, sir.
Please
It
allow
will be
him
at
to
the end
speak.
now.
Please allow him. Yeah, please, Ram, please tell.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Please
See,
discuss all this non.
let me tell you this that
Sir, there is written that we can turn on offline recording.
Can you repeat?
Sir, then if we use, for example, OBS screen recorder, then that will be a very big file size. Sir, if we use some kind of offline recording, like using OBS screen recorder, then that will become a very large file size.
Yeah,
Then how will
yeah.
we send it?
You could upload it to Drive and then send it. Okay.
Okay,
Sir, in our mock, we were not able to copy paste even in the editor. I hope this will not be the case now because I copy paste some of my lines just to save time.
Yeah, that will not be the case.
So we'll be able to copy paste our own code within the editor.
Yeah.
Sir, is it mandatory for local recording or it is optional?
Like it is optional. If the CI app is not working properly, then you could do that.
How will I measure that CI app
we
is
go
not
ahead with
working?
the revision, sir?
CI app screenshot to server.
Okay, what you could do is you could open CI app, like you could open CI app before and then like
CI app is running properly in my machine.
Sir,
yeah,
can
if it is
we
running
discuss
properly,
some questions,
then
sir,
that work properly during the exam also. Okay.
Sir, can we discuss some questions, sir, please?
Yeah. So let
please
us
leave the
Sir, I have
Please,
a
sir,
small
please.
doubt
Please, sir.
regarding the syllabus.
We can do this later on, sir, please. 1 hour already gone.
Okay. So no other questions, right?
Uh, So no technical question, but sir, one question regarding the syllabus. When I run my program, I get /n, and the main part of the output is correct. But because of that /n, it says that the output is incorrect, and I'm not able to pass the test.
In that case, that means that you're printing something which was not required. Okay, that extra /n you should be looking at like where that is happening. Okay.
So it comes on its own. Like I don't do any other. I don't write anything
That
else.
extra /n which you're talking about, right? Like
Yes,
here,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
This extra /n that
Yes, sir.
that will not affect your answer. Like for example, let's say, okay, let me look at.
So it doesn't affect my answer, but it says that 0 out of number of tests passed.
No, it is still so. Let's say if you're printing identity, okay, let me just return this. So I'll just do this. Okay, I'm just returning identity. Okay, so in this case, you could see here my expected output is identity, and then my actual output I had extra /n, right?
Yes, sir.
But then still I was able to pass test case. You could see here.
Sir, but in my portal it says 0 tests passed.
It's the same portal. It's the same thing for everyone. Okay.
For every question that you have done till now, was that the case?
Yeah, that is the.
Yeah, actually, that's the case.
If that is the case for every problem, one audio plus like
almost all questions, sir. Might be some issue with the portal. I don't know.
Okay, can you do one thing? Can you share a screen?
Sure, sir. Just a second.
Yeah, share a screen and show me that.
I think, sir, recursion is not included in the syllabus.
Yes, recursion is not included in syllabus.
Questions will be from all.
Are you sharing your screen?
The syllabus will be from all over the questions will be from all over the syllabus, no, sir?
Yeah, from all over week 1 to week 7. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. After like this doubt, can I ask you to like explain one type of programming? Like I am a little bit confused about the like how to make an empty matrix using functions and how to add rows that functions part.
Okay, I'll explain that. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Shriya Narayanan, yeah.
Yes, so like I got the output, but because of the /n, it said not acceptable.
Can you show me that? Can you show me the? Can you scroll up? Scroll up. I mean, how many?
So I got 60.
You got 60, right? So which
Yes.
means okay, only three cases failed. So submission test, the first case failed. Can you scroll on? Scroll on. First case failed because you did not print anything. Next two
So
passed.
just one
passed. Fourth one failed. Yeah.
Actually, no is not getting printed, right?
See, you are able to you're able to get 60 because you did not print anything, and that is like for 2 test cases you failed, right? For 3 test cases it passed. That's why you got 60 out of 100. Okay.
So, but how is it
But
possible? Like,
how is it?
how is it possible? Like the code for all the test cases is the same, so it should work for all the test cases.
No, it depends upon the for a particular input, your code is not actually printing what it should have been printing. Like if you go to test case 1, can you go to test case 1? It should have been printing no, but then your code did not print anything. You did not print anything. Right? The same goes for test case 5. That's a problem with the logic which you have written.
I don't think she wrote the code to print no.
Yeah, you
in
did
your
not
code
write
there is no print no. Yeah,
Yeah.
check your code.
Right? You did not write your code entirely correct. Even for this, right? You could see here. You could see there. For no, you are not printing anything. Can you go down? See for test case 3, no, you are not printing there anything. Even for test case 4, no, you are not printing anything.
Sir, is there any restriction of using any built-in functions?
If they mention it in the problem itself, then yes. Okay. You see in the test case 3, you are not able to pass because it should be printing 47 and 47. You have printed 47.0. It's not because of flashing that you're not able to pass test cases. Okay.
So it should be a float value.
Yeah, it should have an integer, but you have printed float.
But sir, the other output was an integer value, so it should be the same for all.
Like that's what I was trying to say. Your logic, somewhere in the logic, you are not doing it entirely correct. Okay. You could just look at the public test cases, right? Go to public test cases.
All right, sir. Fine. I'll see that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Stop sharing this. Yes. So. Yeah, so for initializing the zero matrix solution as sir has explained, yeah, so you can just follow that. Okay. Others,
initializing a zero matrix using a function. I mean, the def.
Using def, like, why do you want to do that?
I was just asking, sir, because I don't know. I was having problem regarding that for line functions and all.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
So initialize a matrix of dimension 3 using a function.
Using a function, so you want to, let's say, like based on input 3, right? Based on, let's say, input n, you want to return
Divides the matrix with 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0.
Yeah. Basically, you want to, based on this n, you want to return n cross n matrix. Am I correct?
Yes.
Is that the question? So return n cross n, right? Matrix. Okay, so for this, what do you do? First, like, create a matrix, m equals some empty, and then you could just do it like how we do normally. Okay, for I in range of n. Okay, you do it like temp equals to temp is just temporary row, or like row equals to star n. Okay, the star n basically it just creates this 0 0 0 0 0. Okay,
it means the number of dimension I've input, the number of 0 will be equal
that
to
one.
number.
Yeah. So and then all you need to do is m dot append row and then return. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's check it. Let's check for print mat of 3. Okay. It's not going to input. Close it and run it again. Okay, it has given me this 3 cross 3 0 matrix. Okay. Clear?
Sir, I am having problem how to take input in the matrix.
How to take input in a matrix, like how? What exactly do you mean?
Like how to take input from user in the matrix.
You mean like this?
Yeah.
Directly.
Yeah, directly in the matrix.
Let's say I want to change any one random 0 to any other number. Like let's say the 1/1th position of a of 1/1th element, I want to change it into 5 from 0.
Yeah.
No, that's not my question. My question is that I want directly input from user inside the matrix.
Yeah. I got it. So basically, you want the
I
input
also
to, right?
face problem.
You want the input to be this, right? You want the input to be this, right? Correct. With the square brackets also you want the input, right?
Suppose, sir, row 3, column 3. Okay. And I want to input any number.
Shampamundu, let me answer one question at a time, please. So, is a question this? You want to accept it exactly like this? Is that your doubt? Right?
Yes, sir.
For that there is a way, but then you need not worry about it right now, okay? Because we'll not be giving you such inputs, okay? Clear? Even if that is the case, suppose let's say like we were like giving you this inputs, then we will not ask you to accept input. Okay, that will be taken care by us. Okay, all you might be required is like define a function. That's it.
Sir, when we multiply the zero list by n, we're basically expanding that particular list's elements.
Yeah, it's going to become like 0, 0, 0, 0, and so on and times.
Like how to do that, sir? I mean that.
This.
No, that input part you told, na?
This one.
No, I
there
told.
Is a,
yeah,
there is a library which does this. There is a library which does this. Okay?
No, I understood that. I told you about input. Take input in the matrix.
Yeah, I think, sir, there is a PPA question about that. That the rows, the number, I mean, the elements of the rows are given input by the user, and we have to like make a matrix by a square matrix using the inputs. I think there is a
PPA. That can be done, right? See, for that, all you need to do is you just need to like, in that case, the input will be something like separated by comma, right? The input will be like, let's say 0, 0, 0, 1, like something like this, it will be there, right? The comma separated or like space separated input, right? Am I right?
Yeah, so like
this can be done using split, right?
Yeah, we can like, let's say, sir, can you like what you just wrote? Can you like go back to it?
Okay.
Numbers.
Yeah.
I was asking, sir, let's say these are the inputs of the matrix, okay, and we are using split to remove the commas. So we get a string which is 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we convert it to integer.
Yeah.
We write like for I in range of the input, and then we convert each element to integer. Then how would we like insert those elements in the matrix? My question is that.
Okay, let me do this. So basically, you do not know.
Sir, can you do that program, that how to take input inside the matrix?
How to take input inside the matrix?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like just like how we do normally. That's like entirely same. Okay. So let's say like I'm doing this. Okay. I'm accepting n rows. Okay. So basically I need to accept n inputs. I will just create this implemented command for I in range of n. Basically, I need to take that many inputs. Let's say my row equals to input dot split. Okay, and then for I in range of len of row. I need to convert that to integer, so that's why I'm doing this. And then I just need to append it to right? Okay, same thing. What's there here? Like it's nothing new, right? It is just like how you are accepting.
Can't we write for I in range of row, then like int of row row I?
Can
int of I
in range of
in range of row, int of
I. You cannot write for I in range of row because
sorry, sir, I mean not in range of row, I in row.
For I in row.
Yeah, wouldn't it pick the first element from the row and then the second element from the row, the I part?
Yeah, but then the thing is, you need to replace the row of I with that, right?
Can you still be a
okay, I understood.
Let's run this.
Index, not the value at the index. You need the index so that you could replace at that index with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's run this.
Okay, let's run this. Okay, sorry, I did not call this function. Let me just do this. Before I do, let me return this.
Sir, why you write fast input statement? Row is equal to input dot split. I cannot understand.
What? I'm accepting rows. I'm accepting each row. Each row value is right. It is comma separated. That is why I
Actually,
need to accept.
there is a row I equal to int of row I. That means there I should put the values.
Here, I'm not accepting input. There is already input. I mean, there is already some value. I'm just converting that to integer here. In this case, I'm not accepting input, right? Only when I ask for input, then only the input will be given. Okay, let me run this. Let me give it like 4. Okay. So in matter 4, so basically it will ask me for 4 cross 4 matrix. Okay, we run this. It is asking me for the first input. I'll give an identity matrix. So 1 0 0 0. Second one 0 1 0 0. Third 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. Okay. Yeah, it has given me that entire one. Okay, clear?
Okay,
You
sir.
could see here I was able to convert this to integers. That's why I did not have that inverted commas one. Okay.
Yeah, I got it, sir. Thank you.
Sir, transpose of a matrix.
You want to do transpose of a matrix?
Yeah, sir.
How do you do transpose of a matrix? What do you mean by transpose of a matrix?
We change the rows into the columns.
Yeah. So I mean, how exactly can you represent it, like mathematically, something like what's a what can I say?
M of I
Suppose this is like this is M cross N. Okay, this is M cross N matrix, and then this N should be N cross M matrix, right? This is the transpose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a transpose, and then what should be happening here is that for, let's say, I have this M of I of J, right? What will be the corresponding element in N?
M of G of I.
What? It is equals to N of J of
I.
I, correct? Okay. So how do I exactly convert this logic to code? First thing, I need to create maybe zero matrix of size N cross N, right? That I need to do. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And then for I in range of I need to loop through the columns, right? Or else you could do it like you could loop through the rows also. For I in you loop through rows, okay, and then like you again loop through columns, okay, and then now this let this be I, okay, this let this be I, this let this be J, okay. Now I get this M of I of J, right? Right. This you can equate it to N of J of I, correct? This you could do, right? Am I clear? Am I clear in this? Hello, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain one again,
Okay.
sir? Once again?
What can I repeat?
Sir, I didn't understand this one, sir.
Okay, so you did not understand this at all. Like first, what you do is you have this M cross N matrix, right?
Yes, sir.
Since you know that the transpose should be N cross N matrix, you create a zero matrix of size N cross N. Okay, and then you loop through rows of I. You loop through this for rows of M, and then like columns of M. Okay, and then you do this N of J of I equals to M of I of J. While looping through rows and columns, you get this M of I of J, right?
Okay, so
Basically,
I pick the first row and then I pick the first column and then like just I interchange that. And then I pick the second row, then I pick the second column and I interchange that.
Sir, do we get the questions in the math formula?
No, math formula.
Like some math formula, convert that into code. These questions we will should we expect in the OPP?
Yeah, basic
So,
math
can you
formulas.
just like give us a hint, like what type of questions we should expect or we can expect?
You could expect like all sorts of questions that basically sorts of questions which you're seeing, right? You could expect like similar sorts, but not the same questions. You won't get the same questions mostly. Okay,
Similar to what?
Similar to the way I mean similar to the questions which you're seeing. Okay.
In the mock.
Yeah, in the mock, in the GRPS, in the PPS, in the practice test all. Okay.
Sir, after this, can you please look into my code and tell me where I went wrong?
Yeah. I'll
Sir,
do.
sir, what about the math formula question? So you are going to give that?
We might be giving you, but then we won't be giving you like difficult math problem questions. Okay. If you we'll mention we'll mention the idea behind it. Okay, if at all required. Okay, that's let's say we are using some complex math concept. Okay, then we'll mention what is happening in that concept. That is, will give you the formula of how to do it. Okay.
So actually, I am having a little trouble with matrices. So like, I just want some hint, like what questions? Like, it's up to you if you can provide us. But like, what types of question can we expect from matrices? Because it's a little bit tough, and I haven't practiced that much. So
it is like you'll be getting like similar kind of this, like do the transpose, like not exactly same, but then you'll be having matrix, and then like you just need to perform some operations on it. Something like that you'll be getting. Okay.
like matrix multiplication and all. So
No, not exactly matrix multiplication, because matrix multiplication is already done, but something like that. Okay, because matrix multiplication is nothing but some operations on matrices, right?
yes.
Similar
Sir.
to that you'll be getting. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can you please show the previous problem once again, just for 1 minute?
Which
the
one?
matrix input problem. You type just few minutes.
Yeah, that was gone. So this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, 1 minute, sir. So, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you want the paper, is it? You want the paper directly?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, yeah.
Sir, for example, when we are given a sequence of digits in a string form, and then we separate them using the split command, right? Sir, is there and there we get a list in which the numbers are in a string format. So is there a way to convert them to integers in a single line, like we do input open and close bracket dot split with comma? Can we convert them to integers in a single line, or we have to use for loop for that? It is necessary.
You could do that. Okay. You could do that, but then that part you'll be learning later. Okay. You could do that definitely. In this Python course itself you'll be learning, but in the later weeks. Okay.
Sir, we cannot do this in Python. We will have to
You
use
can do it in Python. You can do it in Python. You'll be learning about it in the later stage, I'm saying. Okay.
For now, we will have to use for loop only.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I have.
Can't we use
sir, I want to share my screen to show.
Yeah.
Sir, I am having problem in mock test 1. So can I show my screen?
Yeah, please share your screen.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah, it is useful.
Is there any shortcut to for test run? Right, shortcut key.
No, I do not think so. It is not there. Yeah, so the data operator keys zero on a very unreliable. Sometimes key works, sometimes it don't. While entering phone numbers into database, the operator uses letter L as a replacement for one and O for
Sir, here I am trying to replace, and where I am getting O. Sir, in this part, sir, in this part.
What? Okay, so find
Sir,
the
here I am giving two parameters. I am looping through X through each digit or alphanumeric character in number.
I'm not able to hear you entirely correct.
And
okay, so let me.
I am looping through X in number. Okay.
So I'm not able to hear you properly.
And if I am getting O as a string, then I am replacing that X with
Ankit, I'm not able to hear you properly. Is it just me or others also not able to hear properly?
But this is not getting executed.
Yeah, he's having internet issue.
Okay, he got disconnected. Ankit, are you there?
Yes, sir, I got disconnected because of poor internet connection.
Okay, yeah, please share.
Yes, sir. So I am replacing the O or L with 0 or 1, sir, in this line, but it is not getting executed.
It's not getting replaced. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. I found it by printing the number at last. It is just like if I test run it.
We are not subscribed to the course. Go back.
No, sir. This error always comes. Sir, I'm printing number and 3 mistakes is right, but this replacement is not happening.
Yeah, you have to put the value into a variable, like num is equal to num dot replace.
Yes, exactly. Num is equal to num dot replace.
Okay, I'm just using as a command. Okay.
Yeah, just put num is equal to num dot replace and.
See, what you could do is instead of that, you could just directly.
Sir, but this would work. Like.
You could directly do it like by using index, right?
How, sir?
Yeah. Yeah, that seems more easy.
Yeah, it's easier, I guess.
How, sir?
By index. Can I share?
Yeah. So see, I got your question. So can you stop sharing?
Can I share my screen? I done it by indexing.
Yes, please. Yeah, I can share the screen. Are you sharing the screen? Okay. Prime no, if I not equal to 0. Okay. Okay. Directly done it like that. Yeah, this is nice, Acha. So, Ankit, did you get this?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Yeah. So basically, then and there itself, he's adding, like basically he's creating new string. in that he's adding, if it is not O or L, then he's just adding the directly. If it is O, then he's adding 0, right? If it is 1, if it is L, then he's adding 1. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice, Aditya. Stop here. You can stop sharing. Okay. So, any other doubts?
So in case the
Sir, my doubt.
Sir.
One person, so Mahi, yeah, you can ask.
So PT 4.4 practice test.
Okay, PT 4.4. Problem. Square matrix of m cross n is given to you, and is a constant to you, that is also given to you. Print the value of a power n. Okay. This is going to be difficult. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. Okay, so if you're just stuck only in this problem, then that's totally all right. Okay, and you'll not be getting this level of questions in the exam. Okay, yeah, but then if you want me to solve, I'll solve it.
So before solving it, I have a doubt that like why we are using a -1 here?
Why we are using -1 this one?
Yeah. For changing every element into integer, why we are using -1? If
so
we
because
yes.
Yeah, I'll explain. So we are appending a row, right? We are appending row here, right? In fifth line, correct? So that last row, all the values in that last row, I need to convert that to integer, correct?
Yeah.
So how do I get the last row? I will get it through -1, right?
Why
I will
the
append.
last row? We have to change every element into integer, na?
Right. So let's say initially the matrix is like empty. Okay. For the first in the first iteration, I will append a row. Okay. And then since that is the last value, that will be converted to integer. Okay.
Okay. That means each row is becoming integer every time. Like.
I mean, actually, each for the each iteration, whichever one you are adding, that will become the last row, and that will be converting it to integers. So that, which basically means that you're converting all the values into integers. You could even write it like a of I of j also. You could write that is totally okay. Instead of this, you could write it as like a of I of j equals to int of a of I of j. Both are same. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I have a small problem, a small error I am getting.
Before that, do you want me to solve this problem or?
Sir, if this problem is not coming in exam, then no problem.
Okay, you not get this problem.
Sir, I have a small error I am getting. It would hardly take 2 seconds or 3 seconds.
You want me to? Do you want to share?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please share a screen. Actually, you could do that a power m easily using functions.
Okay.
Okay, but that's for another one. Yeah. What's your doubt here? You're getting comma at the end. Aditya Singh, you're getting comma at the end.
Yes, sir. That I don't know how to handle.
Okay, so for I in range of len, yeah, for j in range of len of L, right?
Yeah.
Len of for a j in range of 1, is it? What is it?
Yeah, it is 1. 1.
If math.gcd of a of I of j equals to a of I of j plus 1.
Yeah, because we are having 2 elements inside the list.
Okay, so what you could do is, yeah, instead of that for I in range of len of a, you could check if I equals to len of a minus 1. If I equals to len of a minus 1, you could do that also. Okay, then you could come out of the for loop and then like repeat the same thing again, but for the last index.
Sorry.
Is clear?
Sorry, I don't got, sir. How to do?
Okay. So can you do one thing? Change that len of a minus 1 to len of a itself.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
This.
We will do if condition. We'll do if condition. See that comma, that extra comma will happen when for the last index, right?
Yeah.
That is when
okay.
I equals
So
len of a minus 1.
I will
right?
do. Okay.
You could just do if else. Okay.
From here, right?
No. Before that, it's yeah, you could do there also. It's totally okay. Wherever it's the same, you could do there also. If I equals to len of a minus 1, if I not equals to len of a minus 1, you do this. If I equals to len of a minus 1, you remove that and equals to comma. Okay.
I can't do that there because I am calculating GCD below that.
See, all I am asking is, while you are printing yes, right? I am just asking you to remove that and equals to comma. That's it. Remaining everything will be same.
Yeah. Suppose if I had done the if statement here.
Can you do one thing? Can you just paste your code in chat box and help you?
Okay. I think I can also give you the control of my computer, sir.
No, that's going to be difficult. You could just paste it in chat box.
Okay.
Is it done?
So shall I stop?
Yeah. If you just paste it in chat box, you can stop sharing.
Okay, thank you.
So can I share my screen now?
But let me answer this question.
I done it, sir.
Yeah, yes. When I'm asking you to find ECD, you are reporting math, right?
Yeah.
You are not exactly solving the problem.
I can do. Can I do these input things and using these methods in the like? In
See
the
here. What?
Can I use these methods in the exam, like OPPE exam?
Yeah, you can use. Okay, but then it's better not to use it because we need the logic.
Sir, let's apply logic in the test, like practice programs.
Okay, fine. So you could see here, right? If I not equals len of a minus 1, then I am printing yes and end equals to comma. And in the else case, I'm just printing yes. Here also, when I not equals len of a minus 1, I'm having this end equals to comma. Otherwise, I'm just having
Okay. I got it, sir. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You could just run that whether I equals len of a minus 1 if condition. Remaining everything will be same. Okay.
Yeah, I got it, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Nahara, do you want to share your screen now?
Yes.
Please share your screen.
Yes, sir. So this is the question. Are you able to pass 2 out of 5 test cases?
2 out of 5 private. Okay. What about public? Public, you are able to pass everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just maximize it, please. Maximize report. Okay, so initially diagonal equals to false. Prime range of n of m. If I not equals to and if m of I of j equals to 0, diagonal equals to false. Diagonal equals to true. You should have done it in the opposite way, Subhit Mehra.
Yes,
the thing is, let's say even if one of the case for I not equals to if m of j I of j is not equal to 0, then diagonal should be false, right? But for you, according to your logic, even if 1 m of I of j is 0, then diagonal will be true. Okay, it should happen opposite.
Sir, can you
Initially-
explain it again?
Did you get what I was saying?
No, sir.
Interchanging the false and true at different places, sir.
Yeah. Because right now, even let's say if even in the first row, if m of 1 of 0, if it is equal to 0, then according to your code, your diagonal will be true, irrespective of what the other elements are.
Okay.
Clear?
So means if I reverse it.
Yeah. Initially, you should be assuming it as true, and then like if here say if it is like if m of for I not equal j, if m of I of j is not equal to 0, it should be not equal to 0 then. Then in the case it should be not equal to 0. Okay.
There,
If
sir,
it's not
right.
equal to 0, then you should be making this diagonal false and then
False.
break out of the loop. You can just now directly come out of the loop itself because you need not check for the other conditions. Okay.
Yeah.
You could break out of the both loops. In fact, I mean the both you're breaking out of this j loop, right? You could break out of the I loop also. I'm saying.
Okay, means I should return it here.
No. You can't be doing it there, right? You could do it there only. You do it there only, but then come out in the outside. You could write like if diagonal equals to false, break.
Okay.
Okay. Clear? That is the first mistake. And then let me check the remaining. If diagonal equals to 2, and then if m of I of j equals to m of j of I, if m of I of j equals to m of j of I equals to 1, return identity. Else return scalar. And if m of I of j is not equal to m of j of I, return diagonal. Your logic is not entirely correct there. But for the second one, right? For if diagonal equals to 2 thing, right? How are you having this m of I of j equals to m of j of I?
So where which line?
The line number 12 logic, can you explain?
Yes, sir. Sir, if the diagonal elements are equal, and if they are 1, and if they are 1, then return identity. Else, if they are just equal.
What is the diagonal element, Subhanara?
Sir, where I j is equal to ji.
You should be having it like m of
0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2.
Yeah, correct. Then are you looping through that? Are you looping through it? Let's say I equals 0 and j equals 0, right? You're just checking m of 0 of 0 equals m of 0 of 0. You're just checking to the same element.
Yes.
Right? Okay. What you should be doing is, you should be checking for m of I of phi with m of 0 of 0. You could do that. You could check with the first element.
Okay. Yes.
You could check with the first element. Okay. And that too, here also what you could do is you should be doing it opposite. That is initially you should be assuming scalar equals to true and then identity equals to true. Okay. Okay, and then check for the case where m of I of phi is not equal to m of 0 of 0. Right? If m of I of phi is not equal to m of 0 of 0, which basically means it's not scalar, it's not identity. Right?
Yes.
Then you could return diagonal. If it is a scalar, then you could check for if m of 0 of 0 equals to 1. Like you've done for line number 13. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You could do
And
that.
sir, okay, I'll do it. So this one also, that 3 out of 4.
Okay. Show me your code, please. Okay, we have done this mid. Line of L2, L1 equals 0. Priming range of mid. L1 dot append L of you are missing the case of no cut is made.
Sir, but how do I incorporate that?
Okay, you could add L of -1. Basically, basically the last element in the list you'll write.
But
That
sir,
is
where is
not
that condition mentioned? Means like there is no cut, because it said that you have to assume that only one, there has to be one cut, na?
at
At
most
most
one
one
cut.
cut.
At most one cut.
Acha, oh, okay.
Okay. That too, they said you that. Okay, can you scroll on? Can you scroll on?
Means
Scroll
upward.
on to test cases. Scroll on to test cases. See, they said that for a rod 5, right? They mentioned that if the length is 1, then price is 10. Length is 2, price is 20. Length is 3, price is 20. Length is 4, price is 5. If the length is 5, price is 3. That last element,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That is for
Yes.
the no cut made. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Just check for that also. Okay.
So how do I
Add
do that, sir?
Add that initially itself, you could add that L1 equals to L of minus 1, something like inside the brackets, right? You could add that first element as L of minus 1.
Okay.
In the third line itself. Okay.
Can you explain this question?
What?
Can you explain this question, sir?
This question.
Yeah.
Here they are asking for. We need to find the maximum price we should sell for. Okay. For that, what they're saying is you could do at most one cut. You could do at most one cut. That is, let's say, if the length is 5. If the length is 5, either the length could be 5 or it could be 1 4 or 2 3. That's it. There is no other way. Okay. Is this clear? So you should check for the case of like uncut case, and then when you're cutting it, you should check for the case of like 1 4, what is the price? 2 3, what is the price?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay. And then you should find the maximum of those prices. Okay.
And so there is one general doubt in this graded assignment. This one, I think, So before the solutions were uploaded, I could not understand the logic, and I did try to do that manually. So the calculation that I made was this.
Okay, can you show me the code?
Yes, sir. So code is not working because I found the solution. I cannot edit
No,
it there.
you first need to choose language. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show the code. Show your code.
So the solution code is here because I could not attempt it because I did not get it in the first go. The thing is that now I understand that this is find the transpose, then reverse the rows, that I got it, but I could not find the logic. So the logic I worked was this logic. Now when I was translating it,
I'm not able to see your logic.
Okay, sir. So this screen, you're not able to see?
Just click on your response.
Yeah, I'm not able to see your response. Like I'm only able to see solution code. Maybe you're not sharing that window.
Okay, let me, sir, do that. So stop share and then I have to.
No, just click on your response tab.
No, there I think yeah, you can stop sharing and share. He has written it in a different window, I guess.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
You could share
So that's a hand note. So means I was trying to work out the logic because first I didn't know that I should find a transpose because I could not find the logic. So I'll show you. You will understand. So this thing. So sir, I worked out the logic, and I thought that this when I wrote it, I was not able to translate it into code. So can you see my screen now?
Yeah. So you're saying that 1 2 3 4 5 6 it should become 1 2 3 4 5 6, right?
Yes.
N of 0 it should become A of 1 of 0. N of 0 it should be A of 0 only, right?
A of because it was 4. So
okay. Yeah.
So the problem was that
N of 0.
Yes, I could iterate through I, J, but the last I was means there was I couldn't find the pattern there.
That's the important part, right? You should be finding the pattern. It's not like if you do not find the logic there, then it's going to be difficult, right?
But
First of all,
sir, if one person doesn't get that thing that it should be a transpose, and then you can reverse that thing. So, but if you try that manually, then it's very tough. Means then it was very confusing.
Like when you're saying like manually, you're saying pen and paper.
Means one by one or whatever you.
Yeah, like the whole point of like problem solving or like writing code is that first you should be identifying logic. You should be identifying steps of like what we are doing and then like how do you actually convert that to code, right?
But sir, here if I introduce a k, then can it be solved? Means if I introduce a k, like for I, for j, and then for k, then can it be done? Means because I was
you
reversed.
can actually try writing the matrix as A11, A12, and without anything, and try what the output will be. I'm not sure if you get what I'm saying.
No.
So just
Initially,
suppose, yeah, you just can write the matrix like we do in maths, right? A11 and A12, just like that for each element.
Yes.
And write the output write the output matrix the same way.
So
With respect to the first
here
matrix.
also there is a formula, right? So A of I of j, A of I of j, it's going to be equals to A of len of we just looked at it. Let's say A of I of j, ideally for transpose should become A of j of I. Okay, but then here it becomes something like A of j of len of L minus A, right? Here,
A of len of.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Yes. So should I stop sharing?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So ideally what should be there? A of I of j, right?
Yes.
For transpose, it should be equals to j of I, right?
Yes, sir.
And what's the relation between this transpose and the 90 degrees one? It should be equals to that 90 degrees one. Let that be related, denoted by b. Okay, it should be b of j of len of a len of a minus I minus 1. Okay. You just say it like, okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Using this logic, you could just get it.
I'll try with this, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Like, let's not discuss like specific problems here. Like, if you have doubts in concepts, then that's totally fine. Okay, but then let's not discuss like specific problems because that doesn't help a lot of people. Okay. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that is totally okay. Like, you could ask questions, but then it's better to discuss concepts, right? Like generalized concepts.
But I was stuck in this problem since last week, so that was the issue.
Okay. What is cat method? Cat method, even I'm not aware of. What is it? What is a cat method?
For Chennai-based students, will they be guided at the gate where exactly to reach in the exam hall?
Like, were you not intimidated of like where you should be there? Were you not told? You're not told, is it?
Exam hall is what I saw as mentioned. I don't know exactly.
They would have mentioned you CRC, right?
Oh, I'll check that, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. So
CRC, maybe I didn't understand.
You should be reaching CRC. If you ask someone like how to reach to CRC once you're in the campus, they'll help you. Okay.
So is it walkable from the gate, CRC?
No, it's not walkable from the gate. It's you. There will always be buses inside IDM. You just catch the bus and then If you ask the driver or someone sitting in the bus, you could ask them, where is CRC? Okay.
Got it, sir. Thanks.
For what?
What?
For what? We have to go for the campus or CRC.
That is for Chennai students. We are conducting the OPPE on campus instead of from your home, right? The Chennai students, they'll be coming to campus and writing the OPPE exam.
That's nice.
Yes, looking forward to it. Sir, one more thing, if you know, sir, the mobile stand, do we need to bring for the Chennai students?
No, that won't be required.
Not needed?
No, not needed.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? No questions? Okay, so I'll tell you something of like what should be done. Like first thing first, don't panic. That's not easy. But there are going to be only 4 questions and you'll be having like 20 minutes to solve. 20 minutes to solve. If you know the logic, writing the code for the logic is easy. I mean, typing is easy, but then getting the logic, doing it properly, that takes time, right? So first thing is try to understand the problem, look at the test cases, and then if you're able to understand the problem, then for a test case, you know what should be the output. Okay, if you're able to get that, then that means you're able to understand the problem. Once you understand the problem, that is once you understand input output, what should be the output for a particular input, then you could go for that is then you could go for like how to get the logic for this input output. I mean, what are the steps involved? Okay, write it like as detailed as possible. What are the next steps should be done? Okay, so once you get that steps, then you should be writing code. Okay, do not directly jump into code. Okay, especially when you're like and when it throws an error, right? Once it throws an error, look at which line it is throwing an error. Like it will show you right at line number 16 or something. Look at the line and then try to identify like what was going wrong. Okay, read the problem statement. If they ask you to return something in a function, please return it. Do not print it. Okay. So if they ask you to print it, you need to print it. You should not return it. So those things, please take care. And solve the easy problems first. Read all the problems. Solve the easy ones first. Okay. You could look at the difficult problems later. Like suppose, let's say if you found like 2 easy problems like for you which you could solve, and then like you were able to solve it in 30 minutes, which basically means you have 1 hour for 2 questions. You could use half an hour for each. Okay. So solve the easy questions first. Yeah. That's all I have. Like look at the input output. Okay. So suppose let's say this is I should not be telling this. That's a very bad trick. Okay, yeah, try, but you could actually pause like few of the test cases if they are just asking for true false. If they're asking for true false, right? Irrespective of what the input is, let's say you are like returning true. Then at least for some of the test cases you'll be passing, right? Think of it. Okay.
That's a very nice tip, sir. Thanks.
That's like no-brainer thing. Okay.
Like what, sir? Can you repeat?
Like let's say they're asking you to find out whether a matrix is identity matrix, diagonal matrix, or scalar matrix, something like that, right? Okay. There are these 4 options. Only out of these 4 options, only one will be there, right? So what you could do is, if you're not passing any of the test cases, you want to pass at least one of the test case, you could do this. You could just return something. Let's say you return diagonal. Look at how many test cases you're passing. You give scalar. Look at how many test cases you're passing. You return identity. You look at how many test cases you're passing. just have that value, just like highest test case for it. Obviously, you won't be able to pass all test cases for this. You'll be able to pass only few. Maybe in this case only 2. But at least that will be helpful, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. And sir, will there be explained these things like a scalar, and obviously we know, but in case something that we don't know, will that will be explained?
Explain. It will be explained.
Okay.
That is technical. Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
So how many private cases will be there, sir? Generally.
It's going to be 5 per question, right? Like you normally see, it's going to be 5 per question. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so are they particular about the browser being Chrome?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, like pasting some code and then like asking to explain.
Also, the private cases, the number of private cases that will be passed will be visible, right?
Actually, when you submit it, right, there is going to be one small message, right? Like 4 out of 5 test cases.
Okay, that will be there, right?
That will be there. That will be there.
Sir, if like I have a silly question. Suppose I am not getting the question. They don't know how to do that, but in the test case I can see what is the expected output. If I do that, simply print that. Will that give me some points?
That's what I just explained. It will give you some points. But then let's say if it is only true false, right? Then maybe you'll be able to pass some test cases. But then if it is some integer or something, right? They ask you to calculate some integer or like return a list, then you'll not be able to do this trick, right?
Yeah.
So basically, at max for one problem you could do that. Apart from that, you need to solve. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
And if we are not able to clear all the private cases and only some of the cases are getting solved, so the marks will be on pro rata basis, like how many questions we have, how many public cases we have solved,
Not
accordingly
public,
the marks will be.
Not public but private.
Okay, for private.
Yeah. Suppose you got like 3 test cases out of 5, then you'll be awarded 60 marks. I mean 60% of the marks. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Harish, sharing your screen.
So is there any set of commands that you can recommend we revise? There are so many that if we know we can focus on these things, it will be good, sir, last minute.
Like any methods and any library?
No, not library, definitely no library. So only thing I'll say is you should know split method, and then append for sets you should know how to add. Yeah, for dictionary you need not know any specific methods, right? You need not know. All you need to do is like you just need to look through the keys and then like manipulate it.
Keys method and values method.
D dot keys and D dot values. That thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
You don't generally need it. Like if you just directly do it like for key in D itself, that directly allows you to iterate through keys of the dictionary. So you need not know like any specific methods for dictionaries. Okay. But for
that only works for me.
What?
For keys in, I mean, whenever the straightforward, for dash in D, that only works for me. When I try D dot keys, it always gives me error. So I also prefer the simple one.
Yeah. So the one other thing which might help you is, let's say you have 2 numbers, A comma B. You can do this max of A comma B. It returns you the max of the 2 values. Okay. And then if you wanna let's say like swap 2 values, you could do like A comma B equals to B comma A. That directly swaps the 2 values. Okay.
SWAP, sir?
No. You could directly a comma b equals to b comma a.
B
That's
comma
it.
A. Oh, okay, got it, sir.
Okay.
Tuples also, no, sir? Tuples also.
So one more doubt, like the one which we had in the mock test, no, sir, it was asking us to compare the third element of the tuple with the second element of the other tuple, the next tuple. Actually, the time given to me was 1.5 hours, and I was stuck only in the very beginning itself. I just hope such difficulty is not there.
Which one? Which one is it? OPP mock?
No, sir, the mock one, mock exam, which was
In the
there
mock
for us.
exam, there you're
Yeah.
talking about. There,
Not here,
there-
sir.
Yeah, I
The
got
other
it. I got it. So the other mock, the system compatibility test, that part you're
Yes,
talking
yes,
about.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay, there the questions that they're entirely not related to Python. So it could be that they're related to PDSA or maybe some higher difficult level of Python questions.
Yes, sir, it was really higher for me.
Yeah, which may not be like entirely relatable. Okay, so even if you get like one question like that, you do not get into it. Okay, just go forward to the other question. Okay.
So we
There
should
are-
not expect higher level questions. Right?
Too much high level, yeah.
Okay.
High level is different for everyone. So
Yes, sir. The level is
Yeah.
different for each and every person.
Yeah, that's what I told initially, right? This difficulty level is like subjective.
Yeah.
But then what you can expect is you won't get questions like A power M for sure. Whatever code we ask you to do, that should be able to be done in like within less than like 30 lines. Mostly it might take you 15 lines of code, 15 lines of code. Okay.
Okay.
So it should be solvable. Okay.
Sir, and let me share my screen, sir. I have a particular question. Actually, I got out of private cases 5, only 3 are correct, and I'm unable to think over on that particular problem.
Yeah, I can share a screen. Come on. What is this question? Can you show me the problem statement, please? Is said to be the sum of the terms in the list of sequences greater than sum of right half. Right here is the okay, fine. So it's plan of A percentage 2 equals 0. Prime range of plan of A by 2. B equals B plus. See the first thing is wrong, right? Which you're doing.
Yeah, sir.
Except-
Actually, for odd entries we don't require, so I kept wrong entry.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah, that is okay.
Yeah.
That is okay. If line of A percentage is not equal to 0, you're saying wrong entry.
Yeah, because it is in odd integers they have kept.
No, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but I kept it, sir. But in bottom line,
Did they tell you that? Did they tell you that the input is always going to be the? I mean, the length of the list is always going to be even. No, right? Even for odd, right? Even for odd number of input, that is like, let's say 1 to 1. Even 1 to 1 is like completely balanced, right? Because 1 is equal to 1. Did you get what I was saying?
yeah, understood, sir. 1 is equal to 1, and even for 3 we can.
Yeah, even if the number of integers is like odd, it could still be like balanced left heavy, right heavy. Okay, that could still be there. And the one other thing which you're doing, which I mean, one other mistake is that for in range of int of len of a by 2, initially I'll be 0, right?
Yeah.
Initially I'll be 0, correct? So that so what should be the first thing? B equals to B plus int of a of I, that is okay. What about C equals to C plus int of a of -1, -0? It's going to happen the same a of 0, right?
Right, sir.
So what it should be? It should be minus I minus 1. Okay.
Right, sir.
C equals to
Understood.
C plus int of a of minus I minus 1. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please check that, and I think it should be good enough. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one doubt related to sets and list.
Yes.
Actually, we can directly convert a list into set by keeping set brackets list, right?
Yes.
In a similar way, can we convert set into a list directly?
Yes, you could do that.
Can you show me? I tried. List of, I gave set, but it's not coming.
It's not coming out?
No.
Let me check.
Set of list is giving the set, but list of set is not giving the.
Is it throwing an error? Is it throwing an error, or what is it? What is it giving? It's throwing an error, is it?
Yeah, throwing an error.
Okay, let me check.
Yeah. Equal to list of S. Printle, okay.
It was giving me, right? It was giving me list.
Is it coming? I tried in the collab. I'm trying. It's not coming like this.
It will give you. Okay. So maybe some mistake there, but here I was able to do this. Okay.
Okay. I will try again.
Clear?
Yeah, thank
Should
you.
be doable. Any other question?
Hello.
Related to replit, sir, can I ask?
Hello, sir. Can I share screen?
Related to replit, we will not be able to use replit.
I'm able to use the replit, sir, but when it comes to saved files, I'm not able to pull it to the main.py, sir. How I am able to make it? I have watched the video also given by sir, but I am not able to make it, sir.
So one thing is that Bhaskar, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like currently that's not a relevant question because we're not using replit at all for OPPE exam. So we can answer this question like later. Okay, you can post this in discourse. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sir, can I share the screen? I want to ask you to.
Just 1 second. Miss Sandhya, I asked the same question, right? Related to set and list.
Sir,
When we tried in the collab, it's giving error.
Sir, I have this PPA file question. In this, only 3 out of 6 private cases are passing. Can you explain why this is happening?
Okay. So can you maximize your code?
Yeah.
Okay, dip to list and like
Dict to list is fine, but list to dict which I have written is not giving any error or any giving output. It is showing in actual output, it is showing only blank screen.
even that is fine. Even this issue dict is also fine, right? For x in L, x of 0, x of 1, yeah, that is correct. That is fine. Can you just scroll down?
Okay, so it is
Can you scroll down?
No,
Can you scroll down? There's still one more.
Yes.
No, that code. Can you show me the undercode? You did not show me the undercode. There's something there before. Below that also there is something.
Okay,
you need to delete this, right? Line number 26 to 34. Please delete that.
Okay, and then I will delete. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
It works.
The latest depend function that will be considered. That's why it's not possible.
What, sir?
I mean, you define the same function twice with the same name twice. That's why the latest, the last defined function that was taken into account.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Instead of-
thank you.
Okay, so any other questions?
Sir, PT question 5.2. I am only able to pass 3 out of 5 private cases.
Which one?
PT question 5.2.
5.2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh. Okay, let me solve this. Okay, can you paste the code, Swapnil?
Yes,
The
sir.
chat box? Yeah. So you need to find the get password strength. If the password has length greater than 7, then the score increases by 1 point. Length it should be greater than 7. So it should be 8 or more. As at least 1 uppercase and one alphabets, then it increases by 1 point. The password has at least 1 number and no consecutive numbers. Should not be having 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. It should not be there. Then the score increases by 1 point. The password has at least one special character. Any other characters other than the numbers and alphabets, then score increases by 1 point. Okay. The password contains username, then it is invalid. The password has 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, or 1 point, then print very strong, moderate, or weak, respectively. The password is invalid, like here, like in this case. Then password should not contain username, and if the score is 0, then print user different password. The arguments to function are username and password, which are already defined. Okay. So need to define this function, right? Username and then password, I just have it as like P. Okay, so first thing, the username in P, then it should return what it should be returning. It should return
No return, sir. Print statement.
Okay. Password should not contain username. I'll print that. Okay, so else, in the else part, what should be there if is the condition we have this password is length is greater than 1. For that, I just have initially I'll define score. So score equals to 1. Score equals 0 initially. If len of p greater than 7, then score plus equals to 1. Then if let's say then caps equals to initially I'll assume there is no capital letters. For small also I'll assume there is no capital letters. Sorry, there is no small letters. And then what I'll do is for alphabet, let's say for character in password, if A is less than or equals to char is less than or equals to z, right? Then it is then the capital letter is there, so I change this caps to true. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, elif I just change this to small. Small equals to 2, okay. So now if small equals to, just type it, if small, 4 plus equals to 1. If caps 4 plus equals to 1, and then so we have done this, length is done, small letter, capital letter is done. Now we should look at
if we are again, if it is okay, sir. If it is we are checking only
what?
No, sir, if small and caps both are true, then only the score will get implemented.
Okay, wait. Let me switch this. If small and capital both should be there, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, at least one. Okay. So then it should be small and caps. Okay. This will be there. Now.
But we are checking elif, sir. We required another if there.
Can I repeat?
Because it is checking caps.
We're checking elif. See, it doesn't matter. Both are same. Okay, it doesn't matter. In this particular case, it's both same. Like if it is passing through this, right, then it will not pass through this. Okay. If it is passing through this, then it will not pass through this. Okay, so we'll move forward.
Consecutive numbers.
Yeah, now we should be looking at the consecutive numbers. But before that, give me a second. Let me connect my charger. Charging is ready here. Okay, now we should be checking for the consecutive numbers, right? That is, let's say for number, let me assume that it is false initially, and then consecutive, let me assume that it is false, both. Okay, clear? Then same for character in B. Actually, I could write this here itself. Okay, and then even that special case, right? I could write this here itself. So here what I'll do is, if character in, how do you write? Yeah, what?
So is digit can use, no, sir?
Can you repeat?
Is digit.
Yeah, char is digit.
Is alnum.
Yeah. That also you could do, or else you could just do this also, right? If char in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That also works. Okay. Num equals 2. Then now what we should be looking at is here, which basically means this char is in this, right? Okay. Now let's say, what do you mean by consecutive numbers? 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so now we should check for if
So we should use indexing now, no, sir?
yeah, we should use it. So should use it like if char plus, okay, so we'll do this way, next number. what is going to be the next number? It's going to be int of char
Char plus 1.
plus 1, right? So if char plus next num, basically it will just add this two characters and then make it as a string. If it is in our password p, then consecutive will be true. Correct? Am I right here? This part, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we move forward.
Sir, int character is ASCII code here. Int character is ASCII code.
Int of character.
Yeah.
I'm just I know that this char is a integer already. That's why I'm converting it to integer. I know that this char is integer. I'm writing it inside this equal.
Okay. But if I given A1, 2, 3, A1,
yeah, then it will throw error. It will throw error.
Okay.
Sir, over here, when we've done char plus next num, in a way we have extended the string.
Okay, actually it should be like str. Yeah. We are extending a string. It should be int of char plus 1. That should be converted to str. Suppose if char is 1, it should be 1 plus 1, 2, and then that should be converted to str, right? Okay.
And shouldn't we do this if num is true? Next num should be done only if num is true.
Yeah. Actually, we will do this. I mean, we are doing it. We are doing it only when num is true, right? Because let's say if char in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then that means we know that char is already an integer. Only then we are doing it.
Yes.
So if char in say what is this special or if password has at least one special character, any character, numbers and alphabets. So okay, we could do this. Here this elif helps. So then else, which basically means it is not an
sir.
It is not upper. Yeah.
Sir, you use next num. Is there any term for previous num also?
Previous num, that will be taken care by this next num, right? We do not have to worry about this previous num.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
See, because let's say if 0, 1 is there, when I'm at 0 itself, I'll find out that there is 1, and then I'll make this consecutive as 2, right? So I need not check for if 1 is there, I need not check for 0 is there. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, but will it work for like 2, 3 or 4 integers together, like 1, 2, 3, 4?
It doesn't matter like if there are like 1, 2, 3, 4. All it matters is like if 1, 2 is there or not, or 3, 4 is there, or 2, 3 is there. That's it. Okay?
Okay.
If there are like, there should not be any consecutive numbers. That's it. Okay? Clear? Okay. Else special equals to true. Okay. So now.
So when we say if char plus next num in P, what is it doing, sir? Char is a number, next num is a string.
Char is a string. Char is a string here. Char is a string, and next num is a string. Basically, we are just adding these two strings. I mean, they are integers, but as a strings. Suppose
Okay, so
if char
1
is 0.
and 2, so it will become 1, 2.
Yeah. If it is 1, if it is 2, then it will become 1, 2. If 1, 2 in P, then this consecutive will be 2. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now for char in P, so not for char in P. Yeah. Now if num and not consecutive, because num should be true but consecutive should be false. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Only then we will increase the score by 1. Okay. And later on, so not for.
Sir, is it for?
Yeah, it's it. If If special, then score plus equals to 1. Now we should do this if score is score equals to 4. Score equals to 4 very strong, right? Very strong, strong, moderate, weak. Okay. Here it is moderate. And just doing this printing part. If score equals 0, then we should say use a different password, right? We copy paste it. It's always better to do this copy paste to avoid spelling mistakes. Okay. I'll copy this code first.
If we got score more than 4, no, sir, then
Else slash. What can I repeat?
if I get a score more than 4, then
You won't be getting score more than 4, right? How will you get score more than 4? Nine, 5. Okay. See, the thing is, you could get it for here. For here, you'll get 1 point. For this, you'll get 2 points. For this, you'll get 3 points. And for this, you'll get 1 point. So max is like 4 points. Okay.
right.
Yeah, it's passing all these cases, so it's good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks everyone. I hope do well. Do not worry too much.
Can you please show the previous code once?
Yes.
Full code.
Yeah. The only tricky part is here. Other than this,
Getting for 5 lessons.
what?
Go down a bit, sir. I want to just see it.
This is just if conditions. Here I could even use like elif also. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's always better to use elif actually.
Can we see these public test cases also? This 5 out of 5, what are the cases it's taking?
You want to see the public test cases?
Yeah, can we see?
Yeah, you could see here, right?
Sorry, private test.
Private test cases you will not be able to see until the deadline passes. So no, you'll not be able to see the private test cases. Okay.
Always getting out of 5.
Voice is
I'm
breaking.
I'm not able to hear you properly.
Getting these 2 public test cases is easy, but getting 5 out of 5 is little difficult for me. So I don't know how to troubleshoot to get full.
Okay, so right. I mean, the only way you could like troubleshoot is like in this particular case, right? You could. Okay, so I'll tell you one way of like troubleshooting. You could.
I got 4 out of 5 on.
Yeah, you could pass your own inputs like.
For this code.
Yeah, you could do this like print username of instead of username. Let me just give like okay name is my username and then my password will be something like NAM123. Okay. Okay. Why is it printing so many times?
So I think it's better to write it outside the function definition.
Okay. Now you could see that use a different password, right? Because here score is 0. Okay. I have it like NAM, then the score should be 1 because length is not greater than 6, and then I do not have special characters. I have consecutive numbers. Score should be 1. So which basically means weak. Okay. It has given me weak. I should not be printing it here. This one.
Can you brief how these private test cases will be like designed while for this course?
For this course, it's basically like different.
Not for this code in general. In general, how these will be given private test cases?
It generally takes care of like different possible scenarios. Like in this particular case, having consecutive numbers, having consecutive numbers, without having consecutive numbers, and then like having password less than 7, and then like greater than 7. Both small case, both uppercase. Okay, and then like no special characters with special characters. Having this invalid password, that is like having username with the password. All those cases will be there. Okay.
Okay. And tomorrow OPPE exam, do you have these again public test cases and private test cases?
Yes, you have this public test cases and private test cases.
If I pass public test cases 2 out of 2 and 0 out of 5 in private test cases, do I get any score?
Unfortunately, no. No, you're not getting any score.
Okay.
So can we use Microsoft Edge browser?
You can use
Edge, Microsoft Edge browser, Edge.
I'm not entirely sure of it. I think Chrome is preferable. Okay. I'm not entirely sure of it. You should be contacting the support team, but it's better to install Chrome. Okay.
I have really one obligation related to these exams. When we write offline exams, if I write some piece of code, if I end up not getting the result, I will get some marks, right, in offline exams. But here, if I won't get the full code correct, I'm not getting the marks. What do you feel? Is it the correct way of assessing the skill of a student? I really surprised. Not even OPPE, even the end term exams also.
Yeah, the thing is, it depends upon the logistics, right? And moreover, these things are like completely not in my hands, so I am not entirely. I'm not.
No, it's not in your hands. But see, when we write offline exams, na, If I write half the way the question, I will get at least 1/4 of the marks if I won't get the correct answer also, right?
Right, right.
But here, if I write all the code correctly, if I messed up with a print command or at the end I'm unable to execute the code, I'm getting the 0 score. Instead of I'm knowing the list, sets, everything, I'm ending up with the 0 score.
Because it's difficult to look at the scores of like 2,500, I mean, codes of 2,500 people and then like evaluate, right? So because of that. And moreover, even all the competitive exams, right? And when I'm talking about competitive exams, the interviews, the coding which you might be required to do later, right? Even that happens.
These are
like
not competitive exams, right? These are semester exams.
Right. So unfortunately, this is the way. I'm sorry. Okay, I do not have. I can't do anything about this. Okay. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So all the best for your exam. Yes.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I
Thank
have
you, sir.
doubts. Hello, sir. Are you there? Hello. Hello.
I think he has left.
Yeah, he
I
left.
have a doubt tomorrow. Can anyone please help me?
Sir has already left.
Okay, you tell what's the doubt. If anyone can explain, they will tell.
Like tomorrow, I'm going to take my OPPE exam at IIT campus. Should I bring my mobile stand? Should I bring my mobile stand?
It's not needed. It's not needed, as earlier somebody else also asked, but sir said that it is not at all needed.
Sir,
Because there is no need for what is that? Proctored. It is all invigilated in person. So no. He told us. A laptop you need, no?
No mobile phones. Okay. What about the mobile data? Will they provide, or should I use my mobile?
Your voice is breaking. I am not able to hear fully.
Should I use my mobile data, madam?
In the mail, it's mentioned you should use